What's going on, guys? It's Aidnair25 here, and welcome back to another episode of our Minecraft adventure. So in the last couple episodes, as you can see, we've been putting in some work getting our map filled in, and while I'm doing my intro and stuff here, we're gonna jump right back into things here, just so we can start to get this rocking and rolling as quickly as possible, so we don't waste any of our precious time today. But hope everybody's having a good day today, though. Today is Tuesday. And I want to say thank you guys so much for 200, well, as of the time of this video, 260 subscribers. But I woke up yesterday morning on my birthday to see that we were at 250 subscribers, which was just crazy to me. Because it had been like 10 days prior to that day that had just made a community post saying that we were at 200 subscribers, and I was like, oh, next goal 250. And then 10 days later, literally like a week and a half later, we're at 250 subs, and it's like, wow, like this actually happened. Like, it was so crazy for me to say out loud that, like, when I saw that morning that we were at 250 subs, and then literally like a day later, I wake up this morning, we're at 260 already, and it's like, holy crap, like, wow, like it's so awesome that that's how things are going right now. And I mean, I appreciate you guys so much for everything. And I'm glad you guys are enjoying the content enough to stick around, and you're enjoying me enough to, stick around and leave me a sub and whatnot and watch the videos and everything. And, okay, I'm not swimming across this. It's just crazy to me that it's kind of like going that quickly for us. And like, out of the last month, we've gotten like 5.4k views, which that's astronomically crazy for me to say out loud too. Because that's like, holy crap, in types of numbers, you know what I mean? The only thing that I wish could get a little bit higher and would be a little bit better of a number is our watch time. Because out of that 5.4k views that we've gotten over the last month, we've only gotten like 126 hours of watch time. And if you think about, like, all of my videos are 30 to 40 minutes long, barring my my side series videos, but also at the same time, I haven't been uploading any of those as of late necessarily. But even still, like, 3 of those, equates to an hour, right? If you watch the whole duration. So, and it's like, 2 videos of the regular length is an hour, right? So it's like, technically 2 views should be, 1 hour of watch time, right? So, if you think 5.4k, and obviously, I'm not a channel size of yet to where, 5.4k views should translate to, that many hours of watch time, because, like, that's more so like the channels that are getting 5.4k views of video, not in a month, So I'm not trying to say that that's what I'm expecting to have is like, all 5.4k people watching the full video, because I get it, like if it's a video that you're not really liking or vibing with, you're not going to watch all of it. I do the same thing, right? I mean, we all do. There's nothing wrong with it. I just, as the one making the content, I obviously want to make content that people want to watch, right, and that they'll enjoy. So, like, I guess I really, what I'm wanting to try to figure out is how to make it to where, I can, I guess, I can get it figured out to the point where, I figure out why people aren't watching the whole videos, so that I can possibly, fix something and change that to where they do. And now, of course, like, I still am doing this for a hobby. Like, I'm not trying to, make money off of this or make a career out of it or anything like that. I'm even if I wanted to, I think I'm unfortunately a little bit too old to be getting into the content, like doing this for a career type of thing, especially when there are some people that didn't get to the point where they're at now until like until like 10 years in, and I unfortunately, like, I mean, I'm not that old. I mean, I'm not saying that. I only turned 28, but I don't necessarily have 10 years and I mean, I just graduated college too, so I mean, realistically, like, this wasn't ever going to be like a job for me anyway, thought process wise, you know what I mean? But as a thought in my head, I mean, like, I mean, back in the day, it was. I should say when I started the channel 2 years ago, it wasn't. Let me rephrase that. But I did have dreams and aspirations of this when I was a kid, but not really a kid. I was in high school, but it unfortunately just didn't pan out for me that way up until just recently, to where I could actually start doing this. But regardless, though, I mean, like, even though that's not what my focus is, and I am just doing it for fun, I still, since I am producing content, for people to watch, I would, regardless of if I plan on making a living off it or not, I want the content to be stuff that people want to see. And I mean, and I know it's probably because, for the most part, that I'm mostly a bare bones content creator. And what I mean by that is it's really just me playing the game. Like, I don't have flashy edits. I don't have a cinematic intro. I don't have a cinematic outro. I don't even have custom thumbnails. I literally just get some art of the game that I'm playing, and then boom, thumbnail, you know what I mean? So, like, I get it, and that probably is the reason why. And I mean, let's be honest, I'm annoying. Like, I mean, I doubt people like hearing me ramble on and hear my voice and hear me talk type of deal, doing my commentary and stuff. So that's probably a turnoff too. Because I'll be honest, I mean, and everybody's allowed to have their opinions and like what they like. I mean, I have content creators that I don't watch for that reason. And sometimes I don't, even content creators that I do like, if they're doing a collab with somebody that I'm not, like, the biggest fan of, like, for whatever reason, I won't watch that particular video or series. Which, again, there's nothing wrong with that either, because, like I said, you like what you like, you don't like what you don't like. We're all allowed to have our own opinions on things and our own likes and our own dislikes. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But just like any other YouTuber, right? Like, because the bigger ones that have the hundreds of thousands of subscribers and the millions and millions of views and whatnot, they're concerned about the same things as me, just on a slightly different scale. They'll be concerned, like, oh, like, my videos usually get, we'll say, like, 10,000 views in the first, or not even that. We'll say my videos usually get, I don't know, 50,000 views within the first week, and and 3,000 likes, but this video only got 20,000 views and 1,000 likes, for example. Like, oh, what can I do to fix that? Like, I know that the bigger YouTubers do that sort of thing too, and so I'm like I said, I'm trying to do the same thing, just on a smaller scale. Like, like, okay, so how can I translate this 5.4K views but only 126 hours of watch time into, I don't know what a realistic number for watch time would be with that many views, to be completely honest with you. Like, I would say maybe, like, if it's 5.4K views, and considering my channel size, I would say maybe like 300 hours of watch time. Because, again, you think about it, it's 2 videos to an hour, right? With 90% of the videos that I have up on the channel, counting all 4 of our main series that we got. Well, counting our 2.5 main. Well, I'm still debating on if Budokai Tenkaichi is a main series, but anyway, I'm getting sidetracked here. Counting, is that another friggin' village? Oh my goodness, it is. Yeah, and it's new because I haven't gotten it on the map yet. Wow. All right, let's go check that out. That's nuts. I found so many villages in this friggin' map already. I swear they've increased ever since the villager update happened. I swear they increased the amount of villages that spawn in a world and how frequently they spawn. It's like you're almost finding one a chunk. That's crazy. But anyways, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked again. Which I'm sure you guys are used to by now. You're like, yeah, there's nothing new, Aiden. You always do this. But you know, come on, Aiden, use your words. I think though that would be a fair. Okay, so we got a cartographer here. A fair, you know, a fair guess, if you will, on thinking, you know, like with our channel size or whatever, like having that many views, that could be a realistic amount of watch time, right? I personally think so anyway. We got a baby too, okay. You know what I mean? Because that's not like, you know, because like I said, like obviously I do have to take my channel size into account. And we only, you know, 260 subs, like, you know. So it's not going to be, you know, a bunch, right? And I'm not necessarily expecting a bunch, per se. But, you know, I think, you know, with, like I said, that's a realistic number for me to have, considering the channel size that we have with that many views. 'Cause I know a lot of those views are external. I mean, the 90% of the views that I get and everything are external. They're not from people that aren't subscribed. Like only 5. Although I will say though, and I appreciate you guys so much for, you know, for subbing and watching the content and stuff, because for the first time I think ever on the channel this last month, 5% of my watch time has come from subscribers. And normally that number is either like been like in the past, that number's been 1% or less than 1%. So that's awesome to me too. Like I think that is so awesome to me, and I definitely take that as a very, very big positive that it's has gone up to 5% for the last month as far as like watch time for subs is concerned. Because like I said, up until this point, like it's been 1% or less than 1%. So the fact that it's at 5% now, that's so awesome to me. So thank you guys so much for that. But I guess, you know, like I said, I guess I just wish that I could try to hone in and figure out what it is that's like making people not necessarily want to watch the whole videos or, you know, get the watch time. Because even because, you know, like for those of you that aren't YouTubers yourselves or you don't know anybody who is, I'll give you guys a little bit of a insider's stuff. Or for those of you that even just don't know how YouTube works. In and of itself, I'll give you guys a little bit of a small insider bit here. So on YouTube Studio, you know, we get a lot of data and information on our videos that we can look at. So like I get to see how many views the videos get, what the average watch time is, which, you know, that's obviously as you can figure out the average watch time. So it takes everybody who's watched the videos amount of time they were watching it and divides it by, you know, that many people, right? And gives you a number. And obviously, you know, realistically, you want that number to be as high as, or, you know, as close to the length of the video as possible. And obviously, again, I know that it'll never be, you know, odds are anyway, I'm never gonna see, you know, on a Minecraft video that's 40 minutes long, I'm never gonna see 40 minutes of average watch time unless I only have like one viewer who in the first 3 hours of the video being up that happened to watch the whole video. I'm not expecting to see 40 minutes. Like, don't get me wrong, guys, but like most of the time, my average view time is like the highest I think I've had so far is 7 minutes, but it also wasn't on that highly viewed of a video, so you know. It's kind of like a double-edged sword with that. Like, I was happy because it's like, okay, cool, you know, I finally got to 7 minutes of watch time, but it's like, oh, but only like 13 people watched this video, so probably only like 2 of them watched the whole thing. You know what I mean? But, you know, like I said, like I understand it because look how beautiful this game is. I'm sorry, guys. I guess there's no wonder I don't have watch time. This is my commentary. Like, I can't even keep a point straight. But look at this. I love this game. And like I said, like, I understand. Don't get me wrong. Like, I mean, I'm not, you know, I'm not like, you know, I'm a bare bones content creator. Like I said, I don't have a flashy intro to, you know, lead me into my intro, you know, like an animated or, you know, whatever type of thing to then lead me into the start of the regular video. I really thought I was going to miss that, and I'm pretty sure I would have died. Holy crap. You know, that'll lead me into like the start of the video, which would lead me into me talking to you guys and doing my regular intro and stuff. And then, you know, I don't have a fancy outro, like a fancy cinematic outro after I get done doing my outro, you know. And again, like I don't have fancy thumbnails. I just have, you know, basic thumbnails. Granted, I mean, some of them are cool. Like, I mean, I think the one that I found for Coliseum, I think that's really cool, to be completely honest with you. And I even think, even though it is literally just the title of the game, I think my Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi one is cool too. But you know, it's not fancy or whatever, you know, it's not like, it's definitely not professionally done. I'll call it that. It's definitely not professionally done, like obviously you see the majority of YouTubers out there using, right? And I unfortunately don't know enough about like Photoshop and stuff to, is this a new village? Another new village? I don't really, like, I'm not really, like, savvy enough with Photoshop. It is, because there's an armorer here. And there was not an armorer at the other village that we found. What do you got? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Alright, just your regular guy. I didn't mean to hit that bell and send them all scattering, but you know, I'm not quite savvy enough to really like know how to get why is that even here? To be good with Photoshop or anything like that. To make my own thumbnails. I'm also not very creative, if you guys can't tell from watching me play this game. I'm not really creative as a person. So, you know, even thinking of what to do for a thumbnail isn't, you know, super easy for me. So that's another reason why I don't make my own. Those two reasons obviously compounded. Look at this. That's kind of cool. He's just chilling over here, actually fishing. I like this. That's cool. Okay. But yeah, so we got a cleric here too. Okay. But yeah, so you know, like, and like I said, guys, I don't know if that is necessarily the reason. I'm just like I said, I'm just trying to figure out what it could be. Oh, look at that. He's got a side place and he's got 2 doors. Okay. I'm just trying to narrow it down basically and try and see if I can use process of elimination even to try to figure out like what it is that's making it to where the watch time doesn't match the views. But at the same time, it could just be purely because of the channel size. Like maybe it's just because we're so small still. and most of the views are going to be external, just in general, and you know, and it's just purely comes down to a taste preference. People, they like what they like, they don't like what they don't like, and like I said, that's perfectly okay. There's nothing wrong with that, because like you're allowed to like what you like and not like what you don't like. I just like I said, just for content creators POV and for purely for content creating purposes, I just wish I would be able to learn, as it were, what the reasoning for the discrepancy in the numbers is, so that, you know, I could make it to where they're at least remotely a little bit more even. You know what I mean? Bruh. But anyways, enough about that. You guys probably don't really care that much about that to begin with anyway. So that's cool that we found 2 more villages, though. Let's halfway through the video, we can finally get back into normal commentary here. But I just, you know, I like having conversations with you guys every once in a while and just talking about stuff, you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing wrong with that. I feel like YouTubers should do that more. You know, like, I feel like there's nothing wrong with, you know, talking to your viewers and, like, you know, literally telling them, like, you know, what you're thinking, what you're feeling, you know, about the channel and whatnot, and, like, you know, just having a conversation, you know what I mean? Personally, I don't see anything wrong with that in the slightest. But, let's get back to exploring this map, though. It's crazy that we found 2 more villages. I didn't write their coordinates down, but I don't really necessarily feel like I need to. I'm not overly worried about it. Because I'm sure we'll find them just, you know, in and amongst traveling around or whatever. And I didn't really see much that I would necessarily, you know, be like, oh, you know, like, we gotta go to this village for, you know what I mean? Like, it'd be different if there was, like, a bunch of armors and weaponsmith and stuff. I mean, that one does have an armor, though, to be fair. That one does have an armor, to be fair, and it is decently close to base. Oh my gosh, there's another one right friggin' there. Do you guys see that? That one maybe we've been to, though. But still, there's one right there, too. That's nuts. I'm telling you that, like, they had to have increased the spawn rates of villages after the villagers update. They had to have. What do you guys, and now, you know, I've been after I've watched, like, a lot of old school Minecraft again over the last little while, the past, like, I don't know, maybe year or two, like, it's also just so crazy to me to look at how far the game's come. But what do you guys, I want to ask you guys about the village update in particular. We'll start with that. I mean, we can talk about all the other updates too, but I want to start with the village update. What do you guys think of the update to the villagers? From being how the trades used to be back in the day to how they are now, with, like, they, you know, you rank, you know, they have their job classes. I mean, granted, they always had the job classes, right? But they have their job classes. They're locked to the whatever block, you know, that they have. They don't just, you know, randomly be what they are. You know, they need to have a workstation. And, like, you you know, you get them, you trade with them, and, you know, level them up to unlock, like, literally level them up to get new trades, instead of just, you know, doing a trade real quick and then, you know, it'll refresh and you'll unlock, like, the next one, and then, you know, do another trade real quick and then boom, you get the next one. Like, what do you guys think of that compared to the old way? Like, I personally, like, my opinion on it, I'm not for or against it. I do like the fact that with the new update, they gave the villagers some more style. If that makes sense, like, you know, like they, instead of just a coat color, they actually, you know, like you can actually tell by looking at them that they're different villagers. I mean, granted, I mean you could tell by the coat color that they were different too. I'm not saying that, but you guys get what I mean. Like, you know, it's like, oh, you know, like there's a guy with a you know, a metal faceplate or whatever, you know, like that's an armorer. Or, you know, it's like, oh, you know, there's the guy with the eye patch, you know, that's the weaponsmith, you know, or oh, there's a guy with glasses, that's the librarian, you know, like, or, you know, whatever, you know, you guys get what I mean, you know, straw hat, you know, that's obviously a farmer, you know, like that sort of deal. Compared to just being like, oh, you know, it's a brown coat. Because I'll be honest with you, at least from my possibly just being ignorant self, I love this friggin' biome, bro. Like, I just, you know what this biome gives me vibes of, guys? Vibe. Let me try that again. You know what this biome gives me vibes of, guys? Western America back in like the colonial era. Or just shortly after the colonial era, like, you know, when the Western expansion was happening. This is how I picture like Nevada and like Utah, California, Texas, New Mexico, Arizona. You know, that's how I picture them kind of looking like back then. Like, am I the only one that gets those types of vibes? And if you're not American, you're probably like, dude, we don't even care about your country, so like, no, I don't get those types of vibes. But like, especially if you are American and like you studied American history, and even if you aren't American, if you studied American history, like that's the type of vibes that this biome gives me, and it's so. I think that might be why it's so cool to me. Even though I never was like a big like Wild West guy. Holy mother of God! Even though I was never a big Wild West guy, like I'm not saying that, but it's just like, you know, like I love history, and it's like, you know, that. Ooh. Oh yeah, we're writing this cave down. Hold up a minute. But yeah, you know, like I just think it's super, super dope. Insane Cave 2 is what we're calling this one, guys, okay? So we're at 540, 74, 3397. Awesome. That looks so dope. That's gonna be a fun thing for us to explore later on down the road. Okay. But you know what I mean? Like, I that's just the vibes that I get from whenever I look at a Badlands biome. So friggin' cool to me. It's just so friggin' cool to me. And the fact that like they're all connected to a desert too, like that. Or, well, you know, in some way, shape, or form, like, that kind of gives me those vibes even more. Because, you know, oh, well, shite. That kind of gives me those vibes even more, because it's like, you know, all those states that I just named are predominantly, except for maybe California, they're predominantly deserty types of states, you know what I mean? Well, and Utah probably ain't, but, and Utah probably, I don't even know why I mentioned Utah. I think Utah is way more farmlandsy and rural than deserty. But the rest of them that I named, you know, like Nevada, New Mexico, Texas for sure, Arizona. But yeah, that's just the vibes that I get from looking at this biome. And I was talking about something before I went on about this damn biome, and now I completely freaking lost it. Oh, the villagers, right? Yes, the villagers update. Yeah, like I said, like I personally, like I just think that that's really like that part about it was cool, that like it gives them, like each of them has like some personality to them now. You know, they're not just there, you know what I mean? Like you can, and like you can actually, you can tell what each one is a little bit easier. But other than that, like, and well, I'm not gonna lie. Actually, I think the kind of the leveling up system is kind of cool too. Like the going from the novice to the journeyman to the, you know, all the way up to the expert. Like, I think that's cool compared to just being like, you know, different tiers or different levels almost, as it were, of a trade for the same guy. And I think it's also cool that, like, once you become an expert or a master, whichever one the top one is, I can't remember, then you can get an apprentice. And they'll use the exact same job class block that you do. So then you'll be able to get, you know, like another villager of that type, you know, doing the same deal. Which, you know, that makes life a little bit easier, sort of. Because then you're not, you know, stuck trying to, you know, just to always get either, you know, you're not trying to always make another workstation, or always trying to get another villager made just in general. You know, like, you know, try to hope that you get some good RNG with them wanting to breed and stuff. You'll just, well, I mean, granted, you have to have another villager there already. So I guess the breeding part would still be annoying. But you guys, I think you guys hopefully get my drift there. How is that able to, oh, I was like, how is that able to be there when there's no water? But then, right as I open my mouth, there's water. This is so cool. I like how the Badlands have these overworld mine shafts in them too. It makes the terrain so freaking cool. And it makes them just look so cool. Because, like, you know, you gotta think about it, right? Like, these would have been, and again, this is giving me those Old West vibes. These would be the, like, the gold mining, you know, mine shafts, you know what I mean, or the coal, you know, like the early coal mining and the gold mining, because obviously that's why people went out west, was for the gold, right? The gold rush, literally, as it was called. You know what I mean? And, like, it makes sense that Minecraft put those things in, because they, you know, they are things that exist. And, bruh. Oh my gosh. I blame the map. Oh, that time it was me. Oh, that time it was me. Oh, that time it was me. I suck at parkour, if you guys can't tell. Oh my goodness. Alright, hold on. No, wait. Shit. Control is my sprint. Bruh. You know what? Oh, frick. Okay, there we go. We'll just, you know, we'll just do this, whatever, I don't care. Okay, there we go. My lord. Oh, frickin' hey. Oh my goodness, that one's an even easier jump, and I couldn't. Are you freaking kidding me, bro? Oh my gosh, I didn't even jump. This is so embarrassing. Now I know why. Now I know why I don't have watch time ever. All I do is fail. All I do is fail, 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 no matter what. No, I'm just playing. I'm trying to find a good way up this friggin' thing, man. Like, oh my goodness, bro. Oh, I almost just sprinted and jumped backwards off. That would have been so damn embarrassing and annoying. Oh my god. Alrighty, there we go. Finally up the frickin' mountain. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like, that's just the vibes I get. Tell me what you guys think of when you see the mesobiome. Like, like, you know, like I said, like, if you're, especially if you are American, so obviously you know the history, but if you're an American history fan at all, or even just a history fan, it doesn't have to be American history. Like, I guess being a history fan, you would probably learn about America and all that in and of itself, just like any other country and everything. But let me know what the types of vibes the mesobiome gives you. If you guys are on similar thinking to me or not, I would be really interested to hear that. To see if you guys like somewhat are on the same sort of wavelength as me as far as this biome is concerned. I just called it the mesobiome, didn't it? Oh my gosh, that's what it was called when it first came out, I think. Before it became called the Badlands. Am I right in saying that, guys? I think it was called the mesobiome before, wasn't it? Gosh, even that came out. That update was a while ago in and of itself, too. And that come out in like 1 point. Was it 1.8? I think. Mesobiome? Or it was called the mesobiome? I think it was 1.8. So that's how you guys know I haven't played up until like the last like couple of years. I haven't played Minecraft in enough to know about all these new updates. I'm still calling the Badlands biome. I mean, granted, it was the first time I did it, but I'm still calling the Badlands biome the mesobiome, and that hasn't been a thing since 1.8. That's so crazy. But I mean, that was the last time I played Minecraft on Java, so I mean, it does kind of make sense, right? That I would call it that. I don't think I saw one back in the day, though, even too, back when I was still, you know, really into this game. Not that I ever... let me rephrase that, because I never was not into this game when I was still playing this game a lot. That's what I'll say, because there was never a point in time where I wasn't into this game. I love this damn game. I'll probably play this game until it ceases to exist, which I don't think will be anytime soon, considering they're on update 1.20. Oh my, I almost just jumped to my death. It's gonna hurt. Yep, that's okay. We're living though. It's getting to nighttime, and I saw there's a village right in front of me here, which I think again is another new one. We found another new friggin' village. Is it? Yep, another new village. Wow, that's so crazy. Oh, they got a weaponsmith here. How you doing, big fella? Bane of arthropods and I'm breaking. Sword though, right off rip. That's different. I thought that I didn't know that they did that. That's oh wow. Hello, emeralds. You know what though, for real? Like, I kind of want to know what else you have. You know what? I'm marking the coords down for this village. Okay, so what is this? You know what? Just because I didn't for the other ones, I'm just going to call this village number 4. Just purely because we didn't write down the coordinates for the other ones, because they didn't really appeal that much to me. Cool, okay. Oh no! Oh my gosh, why is the village burning? Oh my goodness, we're under attack. Oh my gosh. Oh wow, and it's because it friggin' spawned. It just happened to friggin' well, you know what? I'm just gonna let it burn. It's because it just happened to friggin' spawn right next to one of these. Oh my goodness. Oh, somebody dropped some iron, okay. I mean, thankfully, like... Oh, bro. I hope that wasn't your house. Why is the cartographer picking up seeds? I really hope this wasn't the cartographer's place, though. For real. Because, like, that... Oh. I want those amending golden hoe. Actually, you know what? Actually, no, because when am I ever going to get XP for that? Actually, I need a crafting table. So, oh, why did you stop burning? Oh no, this was the cartographer's place. His workstation's still okay though. You know what? I'll make you a new place someday, my guy. Okay. It definitely won't be as good as this one, and I greatly apologize for that. But I will make you a place one day. Okay, we got a toolsmith here too. Awesome. Oh my gosh, that poor guy. His whole workstation burned down. Oh man. That poor guy. I feel so bad for him, guys. There's nothing we could do. Ah. Oh, and the irony, now we find a bucket. This guy's house isn't even friggin' done because of the damn... Okay. I can... There's another cartographer. You know what? I should bring that guy's cartography stand and put it in here. You guys think? No, because he probably won't move. He probably won't move. Okay, so we got some leather workers. Yeah, okay, some leather workers. Awesome. I will gladly take all of your guys' bread. Excuse me, I'm trying to leave. Thank you. Awesomeness. 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 There's a crafting table. This is why I wanted a crafting table. So that'll open up a spot in my inventory now, which is nice. The question is what do I want to put in said open spots in my inventory? I think we saw you already. Wow, ain't you fancy? You got 3 doors in your place. Oh man, the irony is that his place didn't even fully burn down. Like that's so. I'm so sorry, big fella. Like I'm so sorry, big fella. I just don't have words for you. I'm so sorry. Ooh, do we not have a cleric here? Doesn't look like it. I think this is just too far on the outskirts of the village to where nobody would latch onto it. See, that's the thing that confuses me though. Like, why have it there if you're not gonna put any villagers near it? You know what I mean? Oh my gosh, another damn leather worker. Oh my goodness, we're way over time. All right, hold on. Let me let me get back up to the main part of the village here. I got so distracted by that poor dude's house burning down. Like, I also is so curious to me why like the water does this in these villages, like, and why there's so many crops. Like they just plant crops like friggin' anywhere and everywhere. Like, I need a piece of dirt. Oh. Alright, I need another piece of dirt. Okay, there we go. Okay. Well, that's awesome. So, feel so bad for that guy that his house burned down. But anyway, it's a great place to wrap this part up. If you guys did enjoy this episode, please leave a like down below. I'd greatly appreciate that. And click that subscribe button if you guys are new. We're a good portion of the way through the map. I think, though, like, once we get closer to home, I'll probably save the second half of the map filling in, because I think from the looks of things, it's mostly going to be ocean anyway. So maybe, like, once we get back through this next little area and we get close to home, we'll call it quits for the map exploration. So maybe one more video of it we'll do, and then we'll we'll figure out something else to do. Either we'll go back into the cave maybe, or maybe we can start to get our villagers rocking and rolling. We can go over to our first village and start getting them kind of set up, get some trades rocking and rolling, since we got a bunch of iron now and a bunch of coal and stuff, so we can start getting armors and weaponsmiths and stuff rocking and rolling, and go from there. But again, like I said, I guess a few episodes back, we'll play it by ear and we'll just see what happens. But if you guys did enjoy this episode, please leave a like down below. I'd greatly appreciate that. And click that subscribe button if you guys are new. And make sure to click that little notification bell so you guys do get notified the next time my videos do go live up on the channel. And with that, I will see you guys on my next episode. See you later, guys.